What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Pepper State Media. Man, I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back now. Work been crazy, so yeah, I'm gonna change it up a little bit and start covering other things for us, like the layoff and stuff that's going on in corporate America. So let's gonna kick it off right now. See what's going on in these 2026 AI recession or whatnot. AI taking everybody's job, so you got to stay up on your skill sets and make sure you're ready for whatever to come. Save some money and make sure you're investing and whatnot, and make sure you're prepared to have you at least 3 to 6 months of expenses just in case shit hit the fan. All right, yep.
Worst month for layoffs since the 2009 recession. January 2026 just became the worst month for layoffs since the 2009 recession. 108,435 workers lost jobs. Tech sector led the bloodbath with 66,000 cuts. Amazon, Meta, Goldman Sachs all announced major reductions. Private sector hiring collapsed to 22,000 new jobs. Despite low unemployment rates, the job market is brutal. Companies froze hiring entirely. Existing workers cling to positions. New graduates face the toughest market in 15 years. Companies shifted from growth mode to efficiency mode completely. Cost cutting replaced expansion plans. Profit margins matter more than market share.
I'm just gonna say this here: you got the right skill sets at the right time. You don't really have to worry about a job. 'Cause I literally get job off like pretty much every other day. Or it's not every day. So sometimes it be recruiters, and sometimes it just be um, like work for hire jobs. But anyway, let's continue. I'm losing my voice a little bit.
Recession fears drive every decision now. Job seekers must immediately expect longer searches, more competition, lower offers. Build emergency funds, upgrade skills, network aggressively. This market favors the prepared and persistent only. January 2026 just became the worst month for layoffs since the 2009.
Yeah, like I said, you just got to be prepared, upgrade your skills or whatnot. But let's go over to this guy right here. See what he got to say about it. Oh, I got it on mute. My bad.
Companies and what their plan is. First thing you need to understand is the different stages of AI. First and foremost, you have stage one, which is just general AI, Gen AI. That is like your ChatGPT. You throw in an input, it gives you an answer. Pretty basic. Now, the second one is called agentic AI, and that is the one that is able to replicate all the things you do. This is what is taking most people's jobs right now. This is kind of the hot topic. But there's two more stages. The next one is artificial general intelligence. This is essentially AI having a brain. It can predict and forecast, and it's essentially learned enough from all of us that it's able to perform duties and forecast and pretty much get things done on its own. This tech actually exists right now. However, it is not available to the public, but there are companies that are, well, let's just say I won't mention them, that are using it. And then lastly, there's superintelligence. Superintelligence is like the ultimate form of AI. This is like the Terminator scene where they kind of have a brain of their own. They create their own ecosystems and essentially kind of take over. There's also some debates as to whether that exists currently or not. Just being in some meetings, I will tell you, it does. The issue with all of this is that it is very, very massive to run all of this hardware, and it is extremely power intensive. That is why they keep talking about all these, different water resources being drained, all these data centers going up. This is the future. They will be pulling from these data centers. They will be draining the water supply to run these super intelligence, super gen AI.
And people still fight and say that AI isn't taking jobs. Oh, AI isn't taking jobs. You just got to find a way.
AI is definitely taking jobs. Even before AI became a thing, automation was taking jobs. So, 'cause I was a network engineer, so they pretty much were automating like pretty much some of the stuff I do, like all the network checks or whatnot. They had it for ways automated so well that it pretty much just sent me a ticket telling me to replace a cable or swap out a network device or something of that nature. But when I used to have to go into the command line interface on a Cisco switch or whatnot, SSHN, and do my checks and find out what's going on with it, they got automation that do everything I used to do and just telling me physically what to do. So yeah, and like I said, that before AI was a thing. They just like simple automation, automated code, just checking one thing, going to the next, checking it, going to the next, checking it, going to the next. It's just like a simple basic script that either one of us can write to do something, So yeah, it's not going away, man. It's crazy now. So make sure any job that you have, it got a physical aspect to it.
To be more productive. This is how far, guys. Like, seriously, when are we going to say enough is enough? I thought we were only going to see this within movies. Y'all remember the movie iRobot? Y'all remember all these crazy.
And you gotta wonder, like, we didn't see the movie Terminator, Skynet, and all that type of stuff. Like, what you think gonna happen once we do build super intelligence? Like, they gonna like do what we tell them to do? I doubt it. They're gonna realize we the dumbest species and use us battery like they did in the Matrix or whatnot. But anyway, moving over to the next.
Starting, and I think it has. Well, not much of a surprise. I told you guys a couple days ago that I thought the start of the AI purge in big corporate was starting, and I think it has. Microsoft kicked it off today in style, Microsoft style, right? Announcing layoffs of over 9,000 people. Couple that with, I think, the 6,000 people they laid off in May, plus I'm sure they had some other minor layoffs in between. So they're probably closing in on 20,000 for the year. I wouldn't be surprised if they get to 25 or 30,000 layoffs by the time we get to the end of the year. The other thing I wouldn't be surprised is to see a number of these other bigger companies follow suit. It always takes one to start the process, and Microsoft did the honors this time. Fresh off their all-time high of a stock price, and it was down a little bit after announcing the layoffs, which is a change. Usually when big corporate announces layoffs, we see stock prices go up. So don't think it's going to slow down. And again, like I said, if we're at 20+ thousand for Microsoft, well, not much of a surprise. And I told you guys.
Yeah, they could say that money they're going to save it. Like I said, during the COVID years, man, it was so many people hired in so many different roles and was doing absolutely nothing. So I kind of get it. They needed to purge a couple of people. Like I said, I would work my ass off around that time, but I had people that were coming in my area, like, they ain't got nothing to do. They just come in and sit down and watch me work, pretty much. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel bad because, like, I was the only dummy working hard, carrying on. Let's see what's going on here.
More than 166,000 tech jobs have been cut globally. That's 620 jobs every single day. While you're watching this video, statistically, someone's getting that email. If you are in tech right now, you felt this. The anxiety, that refresh of LinkedIn seeing another open to work banner. Maybe you're wondering when your turn comes next. And if you thought tech layoffs in 2025 were brutal, then I've got some bad news for you. In 2026, the layoffs aren't slowing down, they are accelerating. And while everyone says it's about AI replacing jobs, when you look at actually what's happening, that's just the surface level story, the one that gets the clicks. The real reason is much more calculated. And honestly, it's brutal. I'm Suleiman. I've got over a decade of experience in tech. In the last 5 years, I've been running my own tech companies in consulting, software.
Yeah, I want to know what he think the issue is, if it's not AI.
And education. In this video, I'm going to reveal the real reason why AI layoffs will accelerate in 2026. And a pre-warning, it's not what you think. Whether you are in tech or you're someone who wants to stay ahead of the curve, once you understand the real game being played, you can position yourself to survive what is coming. Let's start with the AI investment disaster. Since ChatGPT launched in late 2022, tech companies have been in an all-out war. Everyone's racing to build the next.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I work in the data center space, so I left my IT engineer job to jump on the data center bandwagon with another company, and they throwing money at everything dealing with AI. So they're where the money at right now. So you definitely want to get tied to anything data center related, because that's the only thing that's not laying off. And until they finish building everything out, yeah, you pretty much can get a job and keep a job there for the time being. I say for the next 2 to 4 years.
Next breakthrough AI system. And the numbers are insane. Companies have committed $320 billion to AI infrastructure in 2025 alone. Microsoft, $80 billion. Google, $75 billion. Amazon, $100 billion. Meta, $65 billion. But here is where it gets interesting. MIT recently released a study that sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley. They found that 95% of AI projects are yielding zero returns. Not small returns, not breaking even, but zero. When a company invests billions in a project, they expect to either save money through efficiency or make money through new products. But 95% of AI projects, they are doing neither. They're just burning cash. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is on track to lose $44 billion by 2026. They charge $20 a month for ChatGPT Plus, but it costs them way more money than that to run the service. They are literally subsidizing every single user, hoping that they will eventually figure out how to make money. Even Sam Altman admitted that we are in a bubble. This reminds me
Oh, wow. Yeah, I heard a couple people say that.
of the dot-com era, but the stakes are much higher. Now, whether you trust Sam Altman or not is besides the point here. When the CEO of the leading AI company says that we are in a
Okay, I'm gonna end it right here. I don't want to make the video too long. I'm just gonna be doing more like layoff and AI related videos instead of my normal like general news coverage or whatnot. So yeah, just stay tuned, and I'm just gonna put the video out raw. I'm not gonna put too much planning into it. I'm just gonna throw it out there on the fly. Y'all gonna be on the fly with me, just looking for videos and just seeing what's going on today. You know. So all right, hold it down. Check out another episode of Purple State Media. Yeah.